All right, welcome back to Blue by 90. I'm Justin, joined by Jack and Caitlin and Tanner, as always.
And Tanner.
I'm sitting here sipping on an ice cold Hale Michigan IPA.
I'm jealous. Dr. Pepper. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
Dr. Pepper. You know what I also have? I also have a nice crisp Blue by 90 beer as well.
Put that can out.
Game day ale is what they call it.
I sure had a lot of those on game day. I will say that.
I did, absolutely. People are saying that these are the two game day beers out there. I can't confirm or deny. That's just what the people are saying.
Oh, dude, since we're doing the Margaritaville theme, should we do like a Blue by 90 game day ale margarita?
Yes,
I don't know how it would work.
Explain that to me.
I don't know. Are there like margaritas that are ever made with like beer?
Yeah, like Coronas. So you can. It's light enough potentially. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was drinking it, I thought, hey, if this was in a can,
fucking crazy.
I might throw a lime in this bitch. You know, that's where I was at.
That's true. What about Blue by Nita?
Whoa, blur.
Does that work?
Does that got work? The words today. Wow. I like it. Blue by Nita.
Blue by Nita.
Blue by Rita?
Blue by Nindita. Blue by Nindita.
It's going in a weird direction.
This is we're literally 30 seconds in, and this is off the rails. But I will say I also drank quite a few of them. Hale is surprisingly not as heavy as I thought it was going to be for a game day. Like, Jack, you were crushing them.
It's kind of
I
loved them. I love the Hales, dude. I want to be sipping the hell out of those with my
Blue by 90 really good
Ritas.
You know what I love about it too? It's the three just descriptors of it: hoppy, victorious, crisp. I mean, that's pretty
great.
Yeah, I was alternating back and forth with the game day ale and the Hale IPA. I could, kind of wanted to pace myself. Didn't want to go 6 IPAs in a row. So it's kind of like when they say to have one drink of water or a glass of water for every drink you have. I just happen to have a lighter beer instead.
Right.
Yeah. A little some heavy, a little some light.
Yeah, you know the vibe.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
I'll make a commitment to you guys and to the listeners right now. I commit to drink 1 Hale and 1 Blue by 90 beer on every podcast throughout the season. That's big of me.
We'll have to get some at the fridge over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
we'll get some to you guys. And obviously everyone out there, come to the tailgate this weekend and grab yours. Maybe we'll even put it in a beer bong for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you were to do like a Rotten Tomatoes style rating of everyone at our tailgate, it easily gets 100% from everybody, right? Like everyone that we gave it to was like, this is amazing.
We actually legitimately had people because everyone was walking by the tailgate to go to the stadium. People were coming in off the streets, essentially what is that? That was really good. I'm dead serious. It was legit. So
we got to get Tanner. We got to get you doing those man on the street interviews.
So I sent that in the group chat, but I just bought the lapel clip microphones that people do for interviews when you're on TV and stuff or whatever. You see the folks with it on the polo, like on Jack's St. Liberty polo. He maybe has it clipped on there. So I bought these wireless ones that have a little hub that connects to your Lightning on your iPhone. And then it has 2 for the recording. So we're going to be doing some of that style of content this weekend using probably one of our iPhones. So it'll be fantastic.
You are.
I'm going to be
such a professional.
How can I record and ask? And there's a lot going on. I need an intern. I need somebody so drunk to just handle the iPhone part, which, as I say, it really sounds dumb. So maybe I'll have my wife. I'll have my wife do it.
Yeah, we should probably not have none of us are responsible enough to hold the iPhone. I don't even
No. We told you can do whatever you want, but just don't, ask us to do anything.
It should be like chest cam interviews.
Yeah, can I get a body cam from policeequipment.com and just that's the content we're doing? It's just all of us have it on and it just is a highlight of all of our shenanigans throughout the tailgate and being at the game.
It'd be like when they put the camera on the dog, going through and sniffing everything. It'd just be squirrel, beer.
I hear Mr. Brightside. We all just start sprinting to the tailgate closer to the speakers.
Oh my God.
That's like the Prince Harry meme where he like rips. He's in the interview and he hears the music. He rips everything off, starts sprinting. That's me.
Yes, that is.
We did play Mr. Brightside twice in a row at the tailgate.
Yeah, that was our bad. We got to figure that out.
I think we also had a
can we
J.
make
Cole
sure all
song
the
twice.
playlists
in 5
are
minutes?
downloaded.
They are. I think they are downloaded.
I know. I don't know which one I was on, but some of the songs weren't downloaded.
Well, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, it was
We'll figure it
the
out.
first game of the season.
Yeah,
There
it was.
There was.
Yeah.
You know,
This is our preseason. First 4 games are preseason.
Exactly.
3.
There's,
Let's say
you
3.
know, I'm gonna give ourselves 1. We got to be in tip-top shape by week 2.
I think we
Yeah,
will be.
3:30 game. Fair.
I think we got it dialed in, Justin. We got there 6:30 and had to figure out the arrangement of the trucks. But I think now, once we've got that, it's going to be a lot easier for us to set everything up, and we'll probably get it done twice as fast.
Only got yelled at by the parking attendants once, I believe, and then I gave them fireball shooters, and we were good.
Yeah, that's a W.
That is dumb. And then Tyler cooked 100 hot dogs in like 3 minutes flat on the Blackstone, which had to be a record. Many wieners. So many.
I had so many personally. And I came back from the game and I was like, oh, there's still hot dogs here. Let me try one. And it was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. I don't know what went through my head where I was like, yeah, I just was at a football game for 3 hours. These are probably still good.
It was like 95
I would have done the
degrees.
same thing.
They were so like, it was so humid that it like dried out the hot dogs. It was just disgusting.
They were literally crusty.
Yeah, the buns were crunchy.
It's like
I don't think they're supposed to be like that.
Not because like Tyler toasted them or anything.
No, they were good initially. They were a different type of crunchy after the game.
Yeah.
Cool.
But successful tailgate, I'd say. But room for improvement, which I would say the same for the Michigan football team. You know, get a little, get the dust off. You know, figure some things out. It was a new spot for us. A lot of people coming by. Love that. And then Jack, as you said, this week, Margaritaville, RIP Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I mean, Kalen, give the people what do we buy today? What do we got coming for some decorations? The decor.
Ooh, we got some nice palm tree coolers. We got a nice little tiki bar. Come on down, get laid. Got lays for everyone.
Wow. Whoa.
Nice.
I mean,
Whoa.
after my blue burrito, I might even put on my my
Blue
cool
burrito.
skirt.
There we
That's
go.
way better. Why didn't you say that the first time?
There we go. Much improved.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so come to the Blue by 90 tailgate and you will get laid. That's a guarantee. That's our
That
promise.
is a guarantee.
So
How many did we order?
I think like 60.
Oh,
Oof.
so only
it's
60
exclusive.
people will
First
get laid.
60 people get laid.
Well,
It's
they're
exclusive.
reusable.
What if
They're reusable. So
Turn it inside out. You'll be okay.
is that what they
What are
say?
we talking about now?
sorry about the ways, but I think Kayla's on with somebody else.
Let's
Oh
talk
my
some
God.
football. Here. Let's talk some football. The Michigan Wolverines did win the football game. That was exciting. I was excited about that. They played really well. We talked about this a little bit on Sunday, right? But JJ played phenomenal. How does the public feel about JJ right now? There still seems to be a lot of haters out there.
Really?
There are many.
Who are they?
I don't know, like not
They're
Michigan
east of
fans.
us.
I think like other teams still
Oh.
think that JJ
Fuck
is like
those
mid.
guys. Oh yeah. There's haters. Yeah, as long as they'll be in the Michigan communities. Hate
No,
now.
we're
no,
all, we're
no.
all sold.
He's winning the
Like,
Heisman.
I've heard nothing but praise.
Yeah. But
Are you,
no, I
are you
think
creating
that
fake
everyone-
news?
I'm not creating fake news. It's literally out there. Everyone
I
still
like
thinks
it.
that JJ is mid. These are Ohio State fans, Michigan State fans, fucking
You
Caden
just make a
McNamara
bunch of
fans.
burners and like creating some drama.
I do that. Yes, I do that.
That's who's been DMing me.
I DM
It was Justin.
assault things.
Can we talk about those? JJ was the highest graded player from PFF in the Big Ten.
Oh,
He
That's
was.
huge.
That's how you win a Heisman.
I like.
Rockin'.
I like that. Three TDs. If he does that every game, then he's on pace for somebody do the math for me. 36.
I said did I say 37?
You did say 37.
I did say 37. So feeling good about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you guys talked about it on Sunday's show, but just, watch it with Brandon Justice. Shout out Beach. Just NFL level pocket awareness, just subtle movements in the pocket. I mean, manipulating the defense with his eyes, with his arm. I mean, looks like a first round pick.
He did. And the arm strength specifically, like they were just some lasers that he had rolling on Saturday.
And then
How far do
his
you think
chemistry.
he can throw the ball in the air? 65?
Probably
70?
Probably not as far as Joe Milton, which Joe Milton, that makes him probably the Heisman front runner, according to Twitter.
People are talking about it.
Yeah.
He does throw a nice deep ball.
To who?
To his receiver that didn't catch the ball on Saturday.
Yeah.
To Wisconsin linebackers.
No,
Hey,
he
plays
actually
better than
did
Josh.
look pretty good. He looked pretty good. But all right, so we've got UNLV coming up this weekend as well. I've heard they're much worse than East Carolina.
I think so.
Perfect.
They threw for 120 yards against Bryant University on Saturday.
Did they win?
Yeah.
They won like by
44-14. Yeah, but they also gave up 400 total yards to Bryant.
How much they rush for?
Bryant or UNLV?
Both.
UNLV.
So Bryant actually, outgains UNLV in this game by 15 yards. They
How
ran
is
for
that
179.
Hold on. Sorry.
Turnovers?
How do you
They
only score 14 points then?
They held the ball for 40 minutes. They only had one interception. I don't know what happened. I didn't watch it, but I'm looking at the box score. This makes zero sense.
I'm confused. They held the ball for 40 minutes?
That's what ESPN says, yes.
I'm just very confused.
And scored 14 points. So I do think that they like run triple option or some shit too. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. But
So,
yeah,
I don't know if it's like the Navy offense where, they went you go 1 for 1 for like 65 yards and a touchdown on the passing game.
they were 19-31 for 230 yards, so they had a much higher yards per attempt than UNLV
I
did.
thought they only
UNLV
had
was at
120
5.3.
yards. Maybe I was correct. Maybe
UNLV had 126.
Oh,
passing.
UNLV had one.
Bryant had 230
Bryant.
passing.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were talking about Bryant's offense and how they could have potentially done that. I don't know. I mean, really interesting box score. That's not a game that I saw, nor do I have any desire to watch it. But I mean, you got to think Michigan's rolling even more. I mean, Michigan's always going to roll in these games, but like they got outgained by Bryant, like the same Bryant that maybe makes the NCAA tournament once every 20 years. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Do we think they hit the over this week?
What is it?
No, I'm trying to find it.
Well, yeah. What is the spread?
I think it's 35.
35.
I do
last
think
week.
Michigan will cover this weekend. I do think they'll cover this weekend. Schroen's back. I think the O-line's going to, be able to correct some of their errors. Not going to start, hopefully, inside your own 3-yard line on your first drive. So I have a feeling Michigan, I think they're going to put up like 45, maybe 52 if they get like a pick six or something on special teams. I don't know,
great.
but yeah, I would take that. I mean, with the possessions being down in college football with the new rule, as we talked about. But yeah, I don't think UNLV is very good.
Do they pitch a shutout? Because we didn't talk about this on Sunday about East Carolina pulling a James Franklin and kicking a field goal in the fourth quarter down whatever they were down at the time, 30.
I've got the betting model fired up, and it's
What are we
spitting out
predicting?
38-0. So
38.
Okay.
That covers the spread.
Yeah.
pretty
It
good.
does. I like that.
It's kind of what last week would have been if they don't fumble it trying to get Donovan the ball for a touchdown, right? I mean, that's basically what last week was. If you don't miss a field goal, you don't miss extra point, it's 41-3, for all intents and purposes. If you get that touchdown in with Donovan and stop trying to run, into a stacked box on the goal line. But that's fine.
Do we think that that we run the ball a lot more with Sharon at the helm now?
I mean, I don't know. I hope we see the same thing we saw last week. A little more successful running the ball.
Okay,
from
can
Logano at
I
least,
say this? I had people around me in the stadium being like, "Stop running the ball. We need to throw the ball." I don't I can't remember if I said this on Sunday, honestly, but I don't understand the people that are like that when we literally won 2 Big 10 championships running the ball.
I just want to see JJ throw the ball and break some records.
I'm
Yeah,
for that.
I think you
all
can do
I got.
both.
That's it.
I think,
Yeah.
I think a lot of the issues with the run game were kind of overblown because you look at what Michigan does, and they do this all the time. They're trying to get practice in these games, and they're running into an 8 or 9 man box a lot of the time because they want to test themselves and they want to give themselves film on this type of stuff and be able to see how they can overpower teams that still try to stack the box. So the people that freak out about these games, I don't know what to tell you. Like, these are glorified scrimmages. And look, if Michigan wanted to put up 84 or whatever Oregon did, or 73 like Oklahoma, dude, they absolutely could. But that doesn't do anything the rest of the year. Like, go in, get these wins, stay healthy, and give yourself good preparation for the upcoming big games in the season. Like, I'm all for being, somewhat conservative in certain situations and just trying to, man ball and see what you can do.
But
That's a good perspective, though, because like the like you said, they won 2 Big Ten championships running the ball. So everyone's like, okay, we got to stop the run, right? So that just frees up JJ to go like, all right, we got, an 8 man box. Me and Roman are just going to take it.
well,
100%.
and I do think that helps for the future that, like, the more that he does that in these first few games, then the middle linebackers have to back up. And then you're, then all of a sudden the run game opens up. I can't remember if this was Ian Bunting saying this the other day, but he was, I think somebody was saying that the way that you really get the run to open up is have the tight ends, have Colston Loveland and AJ Barner coming across the middle. The linebackers got to drop back, and now they're thinking about that. And then all of a sudden the run game is, underneath is open.
And JJ's legs are opened up too, right? Like the
Whoa,
reads are off,
wait,
right?
What? Pause.
Come on, the JJ's run game is opened up. Come on, bro. You just set me up for failure there.
I knew they said it.
God bless America. Look, I think with these games, the reads are off for JJ. Is my point, right? And so they're not going to have him run the ball here. But against Penn State, if you're crashing down and JJ's got the ability, he's going to pull that and take it 10 yards. So it's going to keep the defense honest, and I think that's where you'll probably see the run game really start to shine. But against UNLV, ECU, Bowling Green, Rutgers, and maybe even Nebraska, like JJ's not running the ball.
I do want to see them I do want to see them pull away and then get some more reps for like Davis Warren and Jack Tuttle, right? Because that was one thing I didn't walk away from last game feeling like super comfortable with, like, hey, if something happens with JJ, like,
That's a really
who's
good point.
who's the backup who can win a Big Ten championship?
Did Tutty get in the game last week?
I don't think so.
I don't know if
I was
I
behind
didn't stay for that
kind of
fourth
blurry.
quarter, but Davis went like he was like 1 for 1.
I think it was 0 for 1 or 1 for 2 or something.
They didn't. I was expecting more intermediate routes with Warren in the game, and they didn't really give him much of an opportunity to sling the ball. So I don't know what was going on there.
I do agree with you, Kalen. Like, you just never know what's going to happen. And, I mean, you need to have the same way that Donovan had to step in for Blake last year. Like, there's just always that chance out there. And I'd rather neither of those guys have had reps as a Wolverine. Tuttle's gotten reps at Indiana. But, you need to have somebody in there that you feel somewhat confident in.
Shouts out to the Michigan quarterback room, though, right? Look at how many Michigan QBs are slinging it around the country.
Crazy. Cade McNamara,
Joe Milton.
190 yards. Big game. Big game, Cade.
Big game for Iowa.
It was. They scored 24.
But now they've got Iowa State, right?
POTUS,
Rival.
former POTUS is going to be there.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw that. I don't know. And we don't need to touch on that, but he's going to be there.
Interesting. That's an interesting tidbit.
I want to see Orgy, man. Alex Orgy. To clarify for anyone in this room, just on a heater. I've had too many Hale IPAs.
I can tell you where to find it if you need some help. So
hopefully under center for Michigan at some point, because I want to see like a Tebow package with Alex Orgy. Honestly, like give me some short yardage.
The worst part is my mom listens to this podcast.
We know all about short yardage.
His last name is Orgy. And his first name is Alex. And he plays quarterback at the University of Michigan.
I was yelling at myself. I was telling on myself there. Sorry.
That's fine. But, I mean, it's the guy's last name.
It is. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, agreed.
I need RG3 on the podcast to just be extra.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just horned up. You guys remember last year?
Orgy in the end.
He was out of pocket.
Yeah.
Wasn't it last weekend with RG3 like jumping off the boat and like ripping his pants?
Did he? I didn't.
We gotta get some state liberty, dude. Stretch fit 4 ways.
Company man right here.
That's right, baby.
I love that. Okay, I do want to bring up something though that we talked about a little bit ago. With you, somebody said that they're fine with them taking it easy. Not running up the score. They could have scored 70. But with the college football playoff rankings, do you feel that you need to like show off at some point? Do you need to run it up in the case that you may have one loss at the end and they're looking at like, that 30-3 game wasn't that impressive or something?
Lead it off, Tanner. We already touched on this on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I find that line of thinking like that would just be very short-sighted, but I also don't think – I don't know. I think it came up last year and then Michigan just rolled through every game basically except for Illinois, so it didn't matter. So I don't know how the committee would look at it this year, but like I don't know, man. I mean, I think if you're looking at like, okay, Michigan has a hypothetical 3-point loss to an 11-1 team in the Big Ten. And we're going to look back to ECU. Like, I would hope it wouldn't come to that, but we know how the committee can be sometimes. So yeah, I guess we're on the table, I guess, if you don't want to have to deal with it. So
that's fair. That was my favorite part of last year was everyone talking shit on our strength of schedule all year long. And then we went and won every fucking game and you just double mids to every single person out there. Like, what are you going to say now? Please tell us what you think. That was awesome.
Did play a soft.
You guys remember that? That was that last year. That was pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
I will say though, Justin, to your point, I think if Michigan, especially in the fashion Ohio State loses, if Michigan loses that game by 22, there's no way in hell they get into the playoff, which is just a ridiculous double standard. But the thing that frustrates me is you look at a team like Georgia, they play an 8-game schedule in the SEC, and then their one like Power 5 opponent is Georgia Tech. So it's like, okay, so if Michigan hypothetically played an 8-game conference schedule and then Minnesota was their non-con, we're not even like, it's just so stupid, like that. It's just I don't know. It's just very frustrating.
Here's my take on that with scheduling in the future. It is key to put a Power 5 non-con in there that is like just very average or below average. There's
like what Penn State does.
Yeah, exactly. Go get West Virginia. See, that's okay. That's perfect. They're kind of a big name, right? Like they're
but they stink.
Known, but they stink, and they play in a Power 5. Like go get the equivalent of Northwestern of every other conference, and then you get to play. You get to say you had a Power 5 non-con, but you're never going to lose that game unless you're Clemson and Duke. That was
they should just play Boston College, who's probably worse than ECU.
Let's just go play Clemson these days.
Ooh. Shout out Jacqueline. Tough.
Shot across the bow from Kalen.
Shit. Wasn't going to say anything,
It's Dabo. Is Dabo on the hot seat?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not yet.
He's on my hot seat.
He's on Jack's hot seat, which is the most important hot seat out there.
Hey, he built that program on NIL. Remember that. God's name,
image and likeness. Listen, I'm not putting anything out there. I saw the stat that they're
Dabo's going to be coaching at Concordia University next year.
Dude, imagine the
good job.
powerhouse of Concordia after that.
Coaches at a school in Ann
Unbelievable.
Arbor.
He's
That's
dropping
right, baby.
bags while baptizing people in the river. Like,
Huron River. Holy shit.
I don't know if I
That'd
touch
be-
that water nowadays, boys. I don't
that
know.
would be incredible.
Oh
Incredible.
God.
Oh my God.
What other games do we got coming up this season or this weekend?
It's a big weekend.
Texas,
Big
Bama.
weekend.
Yeah.
Texas, Bama.
At 7, so we'll be able to catch that after Michigan UNLV, which is
That's
great.
Perfect.
Tulane Ole Miss, which is a sneaky top 25 matchup.
Battle of the Baby Blue.
Yeah, Notre Dame plays North Carolina State, which, Justin, to your point, I have no idea how good North Carolina State is. They beat UConn like 24-14 in a game that I thought UConn looked pretty good in. Because I watched it because they got a white running back who's a stud, just
Cool.
extremely fast. Yeah, it was awesome.
Love
I mean,
that.
that's the most UConn thing
Is
I
that
think you could probably do.
Christian McCaffrey or
He looked like him.
Sam McGuffey?
Jordan Shipley. Sam
It could have been
McGuffey.
Sam McGuffey. Yeah, I don't know, but
I got nothing
that
for
I don't know. Again, NC State's like one of those teams. Like, I know that name. I have no idea how good they are. It's the same thing Penn State
It's
did with West
perfect.
Virginia and Auburn last year. It's like,
Go
Okay.
play them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Utah at Baylor as being a potentially like weirdly close game.
I like that. Do we think
Also,
Utah
Colorado.
is Utah
Colorado,
really good?
Nebraska.
Colorado, Nebraska.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Can we talk about one game before we go to the next one?
I'm just yelling things, dude.
Well, I know that's why I had to stop.
Don't let me cut you off.
Utah Baylor is Utah the real deal? That's my question.
I think
If-
so. I mean, they have Cam Rising back.
is he back?
I think so.
That was going to be my
He's
point. Is
hurt.
if he's healthy, yeah, he's back. But I don't know if he's back from the injury because I think he tore something in the Rose Bowl, which was only 8 months ago. So, but I think if they had Cam Rising, sneaky Pac-10 pick or Pac-12 pick alongside Washington, and obviously USC is there. But Baylor kind of got smoked by Texas State. First
He's not
win against a P5 for Texas State in program history, I want to say. And they're up like 28-13 and a half. So, yeah, I think, it's in Waco, right? But you have to think Utah looked pretty damn impressive against Florida. I know Florida's not very good, but I just feel like the way Whittingham's built that program at Utah that they're probably going to roll Baylor. Like Baylor feels like they're falling off the side of a cliff with Dave Aranda. Like he should have left 2 years ago when he could have, and now it's like he may go down with that ship again. It feels like Baylor comes up and then just down. Like there's no in between like 8 and 5 seasons. Like they're good and then they just drop off the face of the earth for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, take the take Utah money line.
Betting model.
that's what the model says. I like it.
That's what I say.
That's what you say. Yeah. Okay. Now going to Nebraska, Colorado.
Are we ready? Are we ready to move to that?
We are now. I'll allow
Okay,
you
cool,
to do that.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've seen that those Colorado tickets are like $500
$300
minimum.
Yeah.
Like, what is going? Okay, I get it. The Dion hype, the Shadeur hype, I get it. But like, if that's not the overreaction of the century, I don't know what is.
I don't know.
Nebraska
dude.
fans
I'm
travel.
excited to watch them play all year. Travis Hunter. I mean, they're just electric. An electric football team to
Listen,
watch.
I get it, but like, what are we switching the hats?
Nice
for?
hat change, dude.
It's the
Ooh,
Colorado
that's
hat.
sick.
It's the Colorado State flag, dude. Got this in Boulder.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Dion there. It was crazy.
Go Boulders.
Boulders.
That's
not
what
a
their
rock, it's a
fucking
boulder.
mascot should be. Should be a boulder.
That's
Colorado
a-
Boulders.
Don't eat it.
They'll slap the rock like Dabo does on the way out, Clemson. Those be the
Crowd
boulders,
just like
dude.
throws. a
Have
big
any
boulder
of us touched that rock?
At where? At Clemson?
Yeah.
I have touched the rock.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
wondered. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just making that joke like you talk about it, but I hadn't known that. So I
I've
like
never,
set you
like-
up. I know.
I've like arrogantly and annoyingly flaunted a lot of things. Not that.
Not
one at
that.
all.
Not that. No. But I just knew that. So
I deserve it. But,
so Georgia plays a powerhouse from the Midwest, Ball State. Chirp chirp.
Upset alert, dude.
partied quite a bit in my time in Muncie, Indiana. Great party school.
Wow. Really?
So just
Not much
Murderers
else to
Row
do.
for Georgia continues.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas A&M, Miami. I mean, Miami's not ranked, but we'll see how they do without Josh Gaddis. Looked okay last week.
He's back.
How did Maryland do?
They won 38-6 over Towson. It was like 180th in college football rankings, I think.
Gotcha.
Tight.
Yeah, and then I think the only other matchups like SMU, Oklahoma. I mean, SMU's in the Big 12 now, so that's interesting, I guess. But and then Oregon, Texas Tech, which Texas Tech lost to Wyoming. App State, North Carolina could be sneaky good. So yeah, there's a decent slate this week compared to last week. Outside of the Florida State LSU game, there's actually a couple ranked games this week.
Cool. I like it. It should be good. You know what? You know why it's good? It's just another week of college football. The best part about after last weekend is we get to do it all over again this weekend.
Better weather, 3:30 game.
Oh, the weather.
Jimmy Buffett, the
weather's unbelievable. I mean, last week, super
while I'm
hot.
thinking about it, shouts out to Z-Biotic. Took a little Z-Biotic for the tailgate.
Great.
I feel like it worked.
Incredible.
Yeah.
No free ads. Tell them, at least give the people an idea of what we did, like what it is.
It's kind of like it kind of tasted like kombucha a little bit.
Yeah,
it was like supposed to
prevents hangovers, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it was solid.
So theoretically, like, can I drink that and then like this weekend, if I maybe had like 10 Hales, 5 Blue by 90 beers, and then like six
blue burritos.
Six blue burritos.
A shot of Buffalo Chase in there too.
The Buffalo Trace hit me very hard. I'll be honest.
It's a very good bourbon, but somebody was like, "Let's break into this," and I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And I was like, "That's much more of a sipper," but my wife needs to get rid of it.
Threw it in the shot ski like it was nothing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I honestly felt like I got shot. Like I was like, "Oh,
oh, dude!" Like, shout out El Dentista for the shot ski too.
Shout out El Dentista. What is his? At a smile.
I don't know what his real name is. Yeah,
I think he's just a dentist. He's just
Dentista to me.
Yeah,
like Batista of dentists. Dentista,
actually. But he did make us. He did make us a really cool shot ski. We will be doing more shots this weekend as well.
Yeah. Should I get Claudia to make more Jello shots? Because those are a big hit with Caleb. Like Caleb's like, dude, those are so good. He just kept coming over. Like, yo, can you get some more? Yeah. Shout out Caleb. Just give him 12. Just give him 12 Jello shots.
Yeah. So I'm set.
Shout out Jordan as well.
Huh?
Shout out Jordan as well.
Yes. Shout out everybody that was helping.
Absolutely.
Appreciate everybody that was coming by and helping and clean up and all that fun stuff, because it's a lot of work, but it's just a lot of fun, man. I love it.
Tanner, you did get baptized by the tailgate.
I did. Yeah, it felt good. And I'll tell you what, I went home, showered, and I started making dip, and I watched football until I had Pac-12 on, dog. I'll be honest.
That is what the nooner is good for.
Oh, it's the
nooner
best.
is good for being, getting home and you still have plenty of the day left.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
I'm very excited for that 3:30 this week because we got plenty of time in the morning. You can kind of saunter in. I mean, we'll still be there at 9 getting ready and all that. But I'm just saying, there's not the noons it's just such a rush. It's just such
a rush.
Yeah. Like I need to be there at 5 a.m. to truly get as much time as I need to tailgate. And we got there at 6:30, and I think people started rolling around 8:39, and it was awesome. But I kept looking at the clock. I was like, I'm very excited to go into the big house. Do not get me wrong. Like, it's amazing to be back there, but I was like, I want to keep the party going. So the 3:30 games, that great mix. The night games sometimes are too much. Sometimes I go too hard, and those are great. But like the 3:30 is a happy medium.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's like a 1 p.m. spring game, and you go too hard.
That was after the game, though. That was after the game, and I didn't even go to the game. And the beer garden got me.
Beer garden got you.
Do it.
That might mean
I'll
I
do
put
it.
that on a shirt.
The beer
garden
garden got me.
And on the back, something light.
Something
I love it.
I love that everything just goes back to something light.
That was just such an innocuous comment that I made, like in December at Brothers in
You
Indianapolis,
need
and
that
it's just
tatted
lives
on
with
your
me.
body.
Yes,
We gotta
preferably
get
on my
you-
face, like
Yeah.
Post Malone, just something light.
That'd be
I don't hate it.
I don't hate that.
I don't think my
at all.
job would like it, but or my wife
Yeah.
or anyone.
Put some foundation on. Nobody will be
That'd
able
be
to tell.
fine. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, but what's really more important is this podcast and the tailgate, or your wife and the rest of your life?
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. I
that's
probably
where we
put more
stand
effort
here.
towards Michigan football over the last week than I have my real job. So
Yeah, we won't tell your boss. Promise.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good.
we should be good. Last thing here. We got. It sounds like we might have some guys coming back this week. Some injured guys.
Mhm.
The report was that Will Johnson and Rod Moore might play.
Heard they practiced.
Practice. That's a good start.
Yes.
What was
about
the Amorion Walker update? I don't know.
I'm
Tanner?
not sure on that one. I'm not
Tanner?
sure. I don't know if there
Yeah,
is
no,
one.
was there one?
Is there one?
Jesus, you're fucking
That was
embarrassing
so
us here.
perfect of like just
Is
we
there
are
one?
not the podcast to come to if you're looking for like true information about anything.
No,
But somebody
I don't
just
know
asked,
if
like,
there is
you know.
one. I think he's still
Oh,
just working through an injury. I don't know, but I'm sure you guys talked about it on Sunday's show. But man, Josh Wallace looked awesome. So
Yeah.
I feel good about corner now. Like feel pretty good. Jair Hill's going to get up to speed.
looked
So
really good as well.
yeah, he looks like. I mean, next year's safeties are going to be him and Zeke Berry. Like feel really good about that as well. So in pretty good hands with a lot of the youth on this team. Also, just I have two words: Kenneth Grant.
Hands on the youth. What are you talking about here, brother?
Hmm?
Hands on the youth?
I said Michigan's in good hands with the youth on this team.
Is that what you
Like
said?
the guy, yeah, you've been on my
Okay.
ass this whole podcast, Jack / Jordan at State and Liberty. But Kenneth
Sure,
Grant, monster,
Monster.
Big boy.
like surprisingly awesome as a sophomore.
Yes.
He's not
Also-
something light.
He is not something like that's a good
That boy
call.
heavy.
And he's number 78. What do you think about number 78 Miles Hinton's comments about that he like struggled or like felt a little anxious about things? Are we feeling that he's going to get that together, or what do we think there?
I think it takes time. I think, it's funny. It's his brother who played there as well, right?
Yep.
So I'm
Chris,
surprised
yeah.
he didn't
Defensive tackle.
talk to him and say, "What's it like, bro?" Like maybe he
Right.
did, but I think he'll get it together.
I think self-awareness is a great trait. And so, sometimes you got to be harder on yourself. And these guys, I mean, I think fans of college football think that they take it harder than anyone, but these guys put their just entire soul into their football program and trying to get to the NFL. And so I think when a guy struggles, I think he openly admits it. I think it shows a lot of maturity. On that note, I do think Trente Jones will probably get the start at right tackle this week. I mean, I think they're probably shuffling guys, right? I don't think so, because I think Jones looked much better in his limited action than Hinton did. So I think it feels like they're doing what they did with the quarterbacks. Like, hey, you get a game. Like Jim Harbaugh's like Oprah out here, and they're just going to try to shuffle these guys around and see who's going to gel the best, right? Get your best five.
Jim
Jim
Harbaugh's
Harbaugh.
like Oprah.
Yeah,
You get a
Oprah.
game. You get a game.
yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
that'd
What
be
do you
nice.
think about the Wii fence?
Oh, I fucking love it. Love the
I
Jim
mean,
Harbaugh
is that the
quote,
most
baby.
Jim Harbaugh shit
thing ever?
Yes.
Like,
I hope there's a Wii fence chant at the game. Wii fence. Wii fence.
there's gotta be like,
Wii
you know how the
fence.
people have like the D in the fence? There's
Yeah.
gotta be some people in the student section. One guy's got
Oh.
Wii, the next guy's got the fence.
I mean, just missed opportunity if they don't.
We need like
I agree
a
more.
tailgate DJ who can like take those quotes and like drop them into
Yes. I've thought about that because like the big booty mixes. Like
Yes.
they
Yeah.
always have like ad
Little
libs
drop
in
in
between
there.
the songs. Like I've talked to DJ Truth about this. of like making a like Michigan version, and then like some of
That'd be
them would be
sick.
Jim Harbaugh quotes. Some of them are like the Don, he's gone, you know, like whatever that
Yeah.
call is, like
Wah, wah.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
just like I got
I need one of Jim Harbaugh saying Ryan Day's born on third base. Like I need
Oh my
that
God.
one
Oh my
going into
God.
Mo
That's how you
Bamba.
start it. That's how you start it. Yeah. Oh, man.
That would be incredible. Yeah, we need it. All right. I think that's all we got for today. Anyone else have anything that they want to touch on? Or are we good?
Kalen, you got any locks this weekend?
Oh, locks of the week.
I'm still working on the bet picking for this week, but I will publish them tomorrow
Please do.
on Twitter at Maze Coach K.
Yes. Our betting advisor.
He's my
Well,
financial
One
advisor
person,
as well.
one
There you go.
person did say, "No, don't publish it. You're an idiot."
Who was it?
Actually?
It was Vegas.
It was Vegas. Vegas was like, no, stop taking our money.
Vegas doesn't want you to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think we need to double that 60 lay order. I'm not gonna lie.
I
think
agree.
We need to double it.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
get laid twice.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Wasted away again in Margaritaville.
I don't know that song, but I was riding with you.
I
don't
mean,
know that
it's
song?
you only to know.
Jimmy
you need to
Buffett?
know, like you need to know like three songs.
Margaritaville.
Yeah, Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Yeah,
That was a
Cheeseburger
tough
Paradise.
scene, by the way. The only downer at the tailgate was finding out that he had passed away. Like I think I told one of you guys. I was like, "Yo,
We
Jimmy
did
Buffett."
find out wild.
Yeah, That was very sad.
was
Very
tough.
sad day. But we
I was
still turned
crying
up in
the
his
porta
honor.
potty.
I know. I heard
Pouring
you.
out for the boy this weekend.
It's loud.
All right, sounds good. Well, we will we'll see you all there at the tailgate, hopefully. If we don't, we'll see you on Sunday for the post-game pod. We'll have that up right away, hopefully, depending. It just depends on Jack's mood usually. We're just glad
Typically.
you showed up today, really.
Dude,
This
I
is
was
2 in a
fucking
row.
ready and rolling, baby.
2 in a row. I'm proud of you.
Making big moves here, guys.
Yeah, this is big. This is big. All right. For us, you can follow us at Blue by 90 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Blue by 90 Podcast on YouTube, and blueby90.com. We appreciate you. Go Blue.
Gerbler.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Dun, 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 dun.